If you have not yet entered my giveaway, what are you still doing? Leave a comment, whatever you want. Comment an emoji, comment anything. And that's basically you entering the giveaway. So you can be just like Mudiwa and win yourself $100. Okay, I'm doing too much, but let's move on. Oh, just call me Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Millie, and I'm back with another video. Yes, I am all about being consistent these days, so here's another video. You didn't have to wait a month for this one. And before I start this video, I have a public service announcement. Mudiwa. How many times did I call your name? Oh? I'm literally still waiting for Mudiwa to get back to me regarding his prize money for the September giveaway, and I've not heard a single thing from him. So if anyone knows Mudiwa, or Mudiwa, if you're watching this video, please contact me so I can send you your cash. But in the time being, if Mudiwa decides that he does not want the money, I'm trying to figure out what we should then do. So I've got like literally one option, to be honest. We can do another winner for December. So in December, we'll have 2 winners instead of 1. So I'm going to give Mudiwa the whole of November to contact me. If he hasn't contacted me by the 30th of November, then that money goes into the draw for December. I don't know. What do you guys think? And to be nice also, because December is Christmas, so at least we can have 2 winners. So let me know what you guys think I should do about that. But anyway, today's video is about my experience with healthcare in Canada. So I've been here for pretty much most of the year, since January. That we're like closing in on our first year, and I finally needed to go to the doctor twice actually. So I've experienced the healthcare in an emergent situation and in a non-emergent situation. So I'm going to discuss both of them. I'll start with the non-emergent and then I'll go to the emergent, but you can always scroll down in the, timestamps to see what you guys want to watch. Yeah. So where do I even start? All right, so I think if you've watched this channel for long, you know that I've had struggles after having my son. I've been struggling with hypertension and obviously my weight and all these things. So there's a period in time where I wasn't really feeling too good. And then I realized that I needed to see a doctor. So how it works here in Canada is, well, here in Montreal at least, you have to have a family doctor. So your family doctor will be like your doctor for any situation. When you feel sick, when you need to get a prescription, or when you even need, what do you call those? A letter, not a recommendation, but recommendation. When like they tell you to go to a specific doctor, then you go to that doctor. Oh yeah, guys, it's Christmas. Can you guys see? Christmas is coming. Anyway, let's move on. I can't think of the word. A referral. Yes, if you need a referral to another doctor. So you need to see a dermatologist, you need to see a dentist, you need to see a whatnot. Your family doctor will basically handle your file and everything in it. And so you don't have to see too many doctors, and they can keep track of your health as an individual. So now we applied for family doctors. My husband and I both applied for a family doctor. And family doctor does not mean family for your family. It just means family for you. And if you have a child, like children that are like, yeah. So for our family, my husband will have his own, me and Marty will have our own, which is just, doesn't even make sense to us. But anyway, so we had been waiting for a family doctor for most of the year. And I was like, you know what, this wait is like too long. So let's figure out how we can see the doctor. So I dialed the non-emergent line, which is 811 here. And I wasn't feeling too good. I had a headache and I was testing my blood pressure and it was a bit high. And I called them on a Monday, and they gave me an appointment to see a doctor on Tuesday afternoon. So I didn't have to wait for more than 24 hours to see the doctor. I did vlog while I was there, so I might put the clips of the vlog here, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I went in on Tuesday, they did blood tests. By the time I left, the doctor had put me on medication, I had gotten a new prescription, and I had my blood tests, and then she would call me back once those blood tests were out. And the blood test was supposed to take 24 hours, but it took about 2 weeks for the doctor to call me back with the results. But I assumed it's because there wasn't any issues. The only major issue that they found is that I'm pre-diabetic. So guys, pray for me so that I can find strength in this weight loss journey, because I need to lose weight. The assistant called me back about a week after I got my blood tests, and then she scheduled an appointment for me to have like a telephonic appointment with the doctor. She then spoke to me, and yeah, so that was pretty much the long wait, the duration of it. I waited 24 hours for an appointment and 2 weeks to get my blood test results back, but I assumed that's because they were non-emergent. And then after that, I have access to my health booklet online, where I can see like all the things they did, all the tests they took, the results, but the results only become available once the doctor has spoken to you, so that you're not like freaking out over certain things, because the way they're like formatted, they just tell you that you have high this, low this, so some things you might not understand, and I guess they just do that so that you don't freak out. And my health booklet is available to me at any time, and I can check if anyone accesses my health records, it shows there as well. So yeah, that was pretty much my experience with like a non-emergent situation. And I mean, yeah, I did vlog, so I'm gonna put the vlog in right here so that you guys can see the hospital. Oh yeah. I was gonna ask. So overall, I give that whole experience about a 9 out of 10. I think the public healthcare here, compared to the one in SA, is like eons apart. I mean, like the public healthcare here is very similar to the private healthcare in South Africa. And considering that it's free healthcare, obviously it's not free healthcare because we pay taxes, but I also pay taxes in South Africa and in Zimbabwe. And with the prescription, how it works here with your prescriptions is you get your prescription from the doctor for however long it is, and then you take your prescription to the pharmacy. So you can only have one pharmacy at a time. And I guess that makes sense because we don't have that system in South Africa. And I remember when I was about to leave, I took my prescription to Discam, to Clicks, to, everywhere. And I picked up enough prescriptions to kind of last me a little while. You can't do that here. You literally pick up what you need and you don't have extras. If you're 12 months, you're given 12 months supply, and it's not like you can get 24 months or 36 months out of that. I don't know what I did was legal, but guys, let it go. So the second thing I talked about was somebody call 911, shorty fire burning on the dance floor. So we had to call 911 on one of the days. So this was the day where we had an emergency. So on this fateful day, I think it was a Wednesday night, right? I asked my son to go into our room to get something for me, and he did. But like I mentioned before, I recently got put on blood pressure medication, and so now I'm on these meds. They're in my drawer. He gets in there, forgets what I asked him to pick up, and now he's going through my drawers and he finds my pills and he opens them and he takes one pill and he drinks it. So yeah, I guess he put it on his tongue, and then at some point he realized that this stuff is not tasting nice. So he decided to come with the bottle, to come to me and to like, Mommy, it's not tasting nice. Like one of those. I'm like, what are you eating, right? So I rush to him, I open his mouth, I see the tablet is in there, but it's already foamed up. So I'm trying to take out whatever's left there. But I know he did swallow some of it. So my husband and I are not sure what we should do. So I basically Google my medication and start seeing what it says about, like, in situations where it's ingested by kids. And then they were like, you know what, in smaller doses it's safe, but if you ingest a higher dose, it's not safe at all. It essentially just slows down the child's blood pressure to a point where the heart stops and they get into a coma and die. So when I saw that, I obviously freaked out. And that's also the same day I realized that I'm on the highest dose of that medication. So I'm on the highest dose. So I was dealing with that in my head, like, how am I on the highest dose? Like, I'm only 30 years old. But that goes back to my weight loss journey, guys. It all goes back to there. But anyway, I'm losing track. Where was I? So he had ingested the highest dose, and I don't know how much of it he had in his system. So I'm panicking with my husband. We're like, no, okay, let's first call 811 and see what they say about it. We try call 811. It's a bit late in the evening. There's a long wait to get through to the 811 people. And they do say that if you think it's an emergency, call 911. So we're like, okay, let's call 911. So we call 911. We explain everything that's happened. And then they're like, okay, they're not sure if they need to dispatch anyone, but we should call the poison center, the Center for Poison. Centre de, what is it called? De poison. Something like that. Centre de poisonnement. So we call the poisonous staff center, and we explain to them what he's done, what he's taken, and then the woman puts us on hold. And when she comes back, she's like, call 911 or rush to the emergency room because that's a dangerous drug. Hey guys, I started wanting to cry. Hey, I got hot. Like, you know, when you start blaming yourself, because I felt like I'm to blame for the situation. He wouldn't be in our room if it wasn't for me. He wouldn't have had those pills to drink if it wasn't for me. I was hot. So my husband did the calling of 911. We call 911 again. They're like, no, we don't know if it's an emergency situation. He's like, no, we just got told by Center of Poisons to call you guys back and request for an ambulance. So they're like, cool, we are sending over an ambulance to you. Hold tight, they're coming. And yeah, once we got off the line with dispatch, I then just basically started getting us ready, putting on some warm clothes because the ambulance was coming. And within about 5 minutes, we had a fire truck outside our house. A fire truck, guys, whole firefighter. I stayed in Midrand for about 2 years, and I stayed right next to the fire station for that region of Midrand, and I never once saw a fire truck. And I was right by the fire station. Like, the doors were always closed. I never saw them do drills, nothing. Every time I'd come back from work, it's closed. Every time I'd leave for work, it's closed. And on weekends when I'd pass there, it's closed. So I think I did see a fire truck in Zim, because I mean, in junior school we had an excursion to the fire station, and we actually got to ride one and go down the fireman's pole and whatever. But that's my point. Like, these are things you don't actually see being used in our countries. So the fire department came, and we had these huge firemen in our house. So Marty's now scared, like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So they just basically talking to Marty, trying to see if, you know, they can help him out before the ambulance comes. So they did explain to us that all the firefighters have like paramedic training. So because there are less fires than emergencies that require an ambulance, the firefighters tend to basically get there first and assess the situation and start getting things running. Like, if someone needs their heart restarted or like CPR or like things like that, they can administer those things while they wait for the ambulance people and paramedics to arrive. So it made perfect sense, but we didn't need them, but they were there because it was a level 1 emergency. I think there's levels. So yeah. And apparently if it's a suspicious situation, the police officers will also be called in, but I guess they didn't think ours was suspicious enough. Thank God, because I did not want to be dealing with CPS, no child protective services, at this stage in our stay in Canada. So the firefighters kept us time, so they were here within 5 minutes, but the ambulance only arrived about 10 minutes after that. Excuse me. So the ambulance arrived 10 minutes after that, so our wait was about 15 minutes. They came in, took his vitals, everything. They called in and they found us a hospital to go to. We went into the ambulance, all of us, and they drove us to the hospital, and we skipped the whole triage thing. And I guess this experience is where I actually realized how good the healthcare system in this country can really be. So we were sent to a children's hospital, a mother and child hospital, and we got there. They took Marty's vitals, they gave us a card, and they immediately printed out a hospital card for us in case like the child wants to come back in the future. And yeah, so we were directed to a private room. We were like in a little private room by ourselves. You'll see the videos that I was taking while we're there. And yeah, they told us that, you know what, the medication that your son took, it takes effect within 8 hours. So we need to keep you guys here for 8 hours, and we will monitor him every 30 minutes. And guys, they did that. Like, we got in there at 8 in the evening and we only left at 7 in the morning, and we were awake the whole night. Marty's the one who managed to sleep because he's on the bed, right? We were like on the chairs, just, you know, trying to kill time. But they did everything. They did an EKG. I mean, I got my first EKG last year when I went to see a cardiologist, but they were doing an EKG every 3 hours. They were testing his blood pressure every 30 minutes. They were literally checking everything to make sure that things were not falling haywire. And the meds didn't really affect him. I know there's a time in the middle of the night where his blood pressure was dipping, but then they thought that maybe it's the position he was sleeping in or things like that. But they would wake him up and, you know, and he didn't need to take any medication to get that stuff out of his system. And yeah, pretty much that was our experience calling 911. And once again, I'm giving that experience a 10 out of 10. I'm going to put the vlog right here so you guys can see it. This is where we're going to be for the next 8 hours. Marty, hi.
Hi.
Daddy, hi. Did you bring snacks? Because we're about to get really hungry.
I'm hungry.
Stop shouting. You told me you're in a hospital.
I'm hungry.
I know, but you just say it loud, lightly. If he's hungry, I bought him a fruit snack and an apple.
He's not you just said it because you said the words. You know,
No, but he will be in a few hours, especially if they keep him awake. Okay, I'll see what to do, okay? So we're here, guys. Marty had a little mishap, and so we had to call the ambulance. But they came pretty quickly. I think they arrived in like 5 minutes, huh? The fire department, paramedics were there in 5 minutes. They were there pretty quickly. And they invited us to the fire station, right?
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then the ambulance itself within 10 minutes after that. But it was pretty quick. So, and then they brought us here. So yeah, we're just here until Marty's okay, and we have to be here for at least 8 hours because Marty, he found my pill stash, and the pill that he took and drank, which is so dangerous. Like, yeah, I'll talk about this another time, but the pill that he took takes long to come into effect, so we have to be here for a long time to make sure nothing happens. So yeah, better safe than sorry. Tomorrow's gonna be a crappy day for everyone because everyone's gonna be so sleepy, especially Daddy and I. Daddy, are you looking forward to work tomorrow? I look like crap. There's like no lighting anyhow. But oh, you can see me on the wall. Vlogging on my phone because obviously who brings a camera out and you think something's wrong. But they say he's okay, but just because he's small and he had such a high dose of this stuff, he needs to get constant monitoring. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. Send love and light, guys. Keep your meds away from the kids. You know, I had put my pills on my bedside because I see, because obviously I have to drink them at the same time every day. So for me, it's easier to have an alarm on my phone for 8 a.m. So as soon as my alarm for 8 a.m., I have them like, there's a little bottle, a jar, candle on my side bed. So I put them inside there. But we found them in there, and so I wake up, take my pills on my bedside. But now I think I just have to put them on a high shelf and then wake up and actually get out of bed and go drink my pills. But that's what happened, guys. And I sent him to get something in our room, and he came back holding the pill jar, and it was open. Guys, my heart sank.
Like my heart sank, and I immediately started asking him to spit it out, and he was refusing to spit it out until I think he thought he was in trouble. Until his dad intervened, and his dad is like, "Dude, spit it out." So when his dad is like, "Spit it out," that's when he opened his mouth, but the pill had already dissolved. So I managed to scrape some of it off his tongue, but obviously it has dissolved. It's already being absorbed, and there's no way I can scrape all of it. And then we were also not fast enough to get him to rinse out his mouth, because he then basically essentially swallowed whatever was left in his mouth. And when I got my pills, they put me on the highest dose of amlodipine. And apparently kids his age, they get affected by even a dose of 2.5 milligrams. And one of my pills is 10 milligrams. So it's 4 times the amount that, and this is from one pill. Now imagine he swallowed more pills. Like my heart sank. I was just crying. When we called 811 and they wouldn't answer, then I called 911. And 911 was like, no, nothing's wrong. You need to just call poison center. We called the poison center. Those guys put the fear of God in my heart, because that woman was like, take him right now. If you can't take him to the hospital right now, call 911. The paramedics will come and escort you to the hospital. I started crying. And my husband is like, calm down. And then, but yeah, that's the story. I have time to vlog because we're gonna be here for a long time. You have to stay on the bed. You're sick. What does he want to show me? At least he has a place to sleep. We're the ones who are going to suffer. I lost a nail somewhere. Are you okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it is what it is. We're gonna be here. It's only what's 8 hours from now?
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
It's 10.
Isn't it so? Are you gonna say something at work?
Well, if we leave at 6, which means we'll be home around 8. I'm not going to say anything.
But you're gonna just get in and start working. No sleep, nothing.
I'm not, you see.
But yeah, we're here, so I feel like better safe than sorry. I'd rather be here than, you didn't discover that this pill had adverse effects on him. Plus, also, I think it also makes me feel better that we're here, because I was worried that this happened so close to his bedtime that I thought, if he fell asleep, we're not like monitoring his sleep, you know what I mean? And when he's sleeping, the problem with this pill is that it reduces his blood pressure to a point that it can put you in a coma. So if you're in a coma and you're sleeping, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference, you know what I mean, as a mom. So I'm glad that they're going to be testing him here, and by the time we're allowed to leave, they know that he's okay and he's fine. So, yay, free healthcare. Because, dude, imagine the bill in South Africa.
It's not free.
I know. I pay taxes and all, and you pay taxes and all.
Tell them it's universal. Don't say it's free.
But you also pay taxes in South Africa. Do you think SA would do anything close? You are also paying there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the vlog, say it's free. It's not free healthcare. Say it's universal.
What does
free
universal
means
mean?
You don't pay for it.
Universal means?
Mm.
What does universal mean?
Universal means everybody that pays tax has access to it.
Everyone that pays tax has access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Universal healthcare, babe. But even in SA, you wouldn't have universal healthcare. You wouldn't even get an ambulance.
I never tried.
We tried to call 10111 that time there was a car crash. Did you see how quick they answered the call?
Yeah.
I literally didn't ring. It literally went 911. Hello. And he was on the phone. SA, we called 1011. There was a crash right in front of us. Like, this guy ran over people on the side of the road. I'm so sorry that is so graphic, but it was very graphic. And we started trying to call 1011, and it was going to voicemail. So, yeah. So, taxes for what? But anyway, guys, this session has gone on for so long. Let's get back to our bonding session. I guess we got some forced bonding today. And neither of us has a charger, huh?
I can play with this.
Neither of us has a charger.
I can play with this.
Why are you sleeping like that? Do you want to get hurt? Just because you're in a hospital does not mean you should be whiling, okay? Can you fix yourself?
Huh?
Sleep the right way. Otherwise, the doctor's gonna come and inject you. It's gonna be a long night. But at least he can fall asleep at some point. But they'll be waking him up, won't they? Or do you think they'll just check his
Mommy?
vitals while he's sleeping? Huh?
Mommy, I want the doctor to what? What?
You see what I did too? So they did an EKG on Marty. It's got the stickers on.
Are you going to make baby? Are you fine? You're fine.
I like to make Lily. Two of us make Lily.
They put stickers on his chest so that they can put the things to check his heart. He's connected to the pulse optometer. I think, what is it called? It's a pulse something. We are 4 hours in, huh? We're 4 hours in. The doctor says we should be able to go home in the morning. We found a place to get water. We found a water spot, but yeah. Marty, are you going to the toilet? Go to the toilet. Stand up. Get up. Get up. Take off your finger so you can go make wee wee. Do you want to go make wee wee?
Do you want to make baby or not?
When the doctor.
So you don't want to make wee wee now?
Why can't I go?
Okay, so stand up. Get up.
And the doctor will take it off.
Daddy can take it off. Daddy can take it off, my love.
Okay, we can wait for the doctor to come.
So he doesn't want you to take it off? Because you're not a doctor.
You can't take this off because it's for the doctor.
You wait for the doctor.
We
to
know
come.
it's for the doctor, but
Then you can go make
you
baby.
can take it off if you need to go make wee wee. You just have to unclip it. We know how to do it. We know how to do it.
You also?
Mommy's a doctor. Do you know that?
You're not a doctor.
I'm a doctor. What am I?
No, mommy.
Mommy, the doctor.
Doctor coming late?
That's why I come late. Do you want me to take it off? I'll take it off since I'm the doctor.
You're not a doctor.
I'm a doctor. Mommy, the doctor. Come on.
You're not a doctor.
Come on. Come, let me take it
The
off.
doctor is with something.
What's something?
With someone. With.
You have little faith, my guy. We are doctors. Y'all see my hair. It's like such a mess and it's so like I need to wash it. I've been trying to and I wasn't doing it today before this debacle. I can't even check that. My watch is off. What's the time on your watch? 10 past what? 10 past 12. We arrived here at like 8:48, 8:30, 8:45 or something. Oh, now you believe I'm a doctor. You need to make wee wee.
Yeah.
So let me take it off.
Because you're a doctor.
Yeah, because I'm a doctor. Don't touch the cable. Don't touch the cable. Yes. Now sit up and go to the toilet with Daddy. It's okay. Go
Sit up.
sit up.
Quick. Yeah, put it on.
I will say
Don't worry about it. You just worry about making
Okay, I had to put it on my finger because the machine was beeping. Mommy, the doctor, didn't know what she was doing.
Come on.
My BPM is okay, but my SpO2, where is it low? Should be 100.
After this, you're sleeping, okay? This
But up
midnight.
to but my subliminal disease, you know.
That's fine.
But yeah, so
4 hours in, I'm exhausted. It's saying that my pulse is good, but that other reading is supposed to be 100, but it's 96. 95. Does that mean Dirurwara? Okay, now it's 100. So I guess maybe I have to take several deep breaths. Yeah, that does it. Anyway, guys, we found a water spot, like a place to get water to drink. So that's good. Oh, it's not really water to drink, it's ice. And then we just drink tap water. Because I don't know, I can't find a vending machine and I'm just shy to ask. I've walked down the aisles, but the problem is we're in the section where people are admitted. So it's more, I don't know, I can't call it serious. So like it's locked off from the other side of the emergency room and the waiting area. That stuff is on the other side. So I'm assuming that side there would be a vending machine and stuff, but there isn't one here. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll ask my husband to ask them if there's a vending machine close by or something. I'm not hungry myself. I'm good, but I know Marty, I just carried some chocolate pudding for him and an apple. But I know my husband is gonna want to eat something very soon because when you're awake, you just know how it is. Like when you're awake, hunger is like a mean something. But yeah, y'all look, see my eyes, I'm really tired. I had a long day. Today is the same day I went to get my license, my learner's license, my learner's permit. So I've been out the house for the whole day. I went to grocery shopping, I went to look for some Halloween decorations. Like I just did the most today, and the last thing on my mind was that I would sleep in the hospital, right? The lastest thing on my mind. But yeah, I guess I'd rather be here than anywhere else. So it's 4 a.m. now. Marty's awake. Hi, Marty. Can you wave? You're awake. And Daddy is passed out. So yeah, he's a bit cold, so they don't give us any blankets or anything. I don't know why. I guess maybe because he's not sleeping for long. And they're trying to keep him awake for all this monitoring. But how are you feeling?
Good.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Are you ready to go home?
Yeah.
You just want to go home?
Yeah.
Okay, very soon. The doctor will let us go home. I think we have 2 more hours, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, that's what's up, guys. 2 more hours. I'm sure they're gonna let us go home because it looks like everything is coming up back to normal. It was a bit low at some point, but now it looks like his vitals and stuff are normalizing. So we should be able to go home soon. Yeah, I was all exhausted. Pretty much did sleep. Monty woke up, I think, about an hour ago, around 3 a.m. They come into the room every hour. And there's someone who comes, well, the nurse comes every hour. And the doctor also comes every hour, but every hour. So basically there's someone coming in every 30 minutes, so you can't really sleep. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm looking. My phone is so hectic, but I'm ready to go home. We made it to 6 a.m. Oh my goodness. I am like so done.
You can eat your apple now.
Well, she's eating, but I just need to sleep. I think I slept around 4:30. That's when I started falling asleep. 4:30, yeah, almost 5. Hectic. And my neck hurts because of sleeping in this chair here. Eat your apple, Mr. Marty. You're not hungry anymore.
I'm still happy, but I'm just happy.
So dark out. This is the hospital we were at. Very nice children's hospital. And now we out here. Just gonna try to request an Uber so we can go home. Overally, as a person who's come from Africa, was in South Africa and experienced things there. I mean, there's this one time where we actually experienced a hit and run accident in South Africa, and it was very gruesome. And we tried to call 1011. I think we called about 5 times, and every time we would call, it would go to voicemail. So those are like my experiences with these things. And then when you get to a place where the system actually just functions, I think like our standards are like really bottom of the barrel, because just the system working is just already 10 out of 10 for me. I don't need anything else. Like, the system is working. I didn't have to pay for nothing. It's basically the government issued health cards that we give, whether we're giving these people from the emergencies, from when I went to see the doctor myself, we would just present our government issued health card. And the only time I had to pay was for my medication. I have to pay for my medication, but I think I only pay like 40% of how much I should be paying. I think it's like $25, but I only pay $9. But the government healthcare doesn't cover my meds because I didn't apply for medical cover. Apparently you're supposed to apply, but we do have private healthcare that subsidizes certain things, and my meds are also subsidized 60%. So that's good. But ultimately, my experience has been pretty good. Very soon I'm going to schedule a visit with the dentist, and I'll tell you guys how that went. But so far so good. Seeing the doctor has been nice. It's been really nice, and I have no issues yet. People complain, obviously. I mean, if you have to wait for a family doctor for 6 years, or sometimes you have long waits for appointments or surgeries. But my thing is, if it's actually happening and you're actually getting it, that's already so different from what some of us have been exposed to for all our lives. But yeah, that's what today's video was about, like my experience with the healthcare here in Canada, in Montreal specifically. And yeah, I mean, we went through 811, we did 911, and both systems worked fairly well for us. So yeah, we do know, I know we were talking to Marty's teacher, and she tried to go to the emergency room, but she just went directly to the emergency room. But I think it takes really long. She was there all night and she wasn't helped. But I guess the difference with us is that when you go with an ambulance, you skip triage. So I think the triage is where the time, yeah, they spend a lot of time. But ultimately, that is our experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a comment, because the giveaway for November is still running. You can stand a chance to win yourself $100 if you leave a comment. Any comment, guys, an emoji, fire emoji, a hi, a WhatsApp, a commentary about this video, whatever you would like to comment, just leave it right there and you're in the running. The more comments, the more chances. Remember that. Anyway, I love you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.